Rose here, and I'm here with a very special guest. So, why don't you introduce yourself, sweetie?
No problem, Ames. Hey, everybody. It's me, your favorite blue boy, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Favorite blue boy indeed. So, as we promised, we're going to be answering your questions that you submitted for us. Before we do, we just want to thank you for all your submissions. We've read them, and today we're going to be answering your questions.
Yeah, well, I got a lot of really interesting questions, so what do you say we get right into them?
Of course, Sonic-ku. Okay, so this first one is from Vincent101, and he has questions for both of us. To Sonic, have you ever thought of dyeing your quills a different color? Maybe for a cosplay or something? Ooh.
Well, that is a very interesting question, Vincent. So, this is something that normally I would not want to admit, but you know what? There's no shame in admitting to this. So, at one point, I did consider coloring my quills pink because I really wanted to try something with Amy, where we swapped quill colors for a day. And we've had a ton of cute ideas in the past, but you know, that might be the cutest.
Honestly, I have to agree. You would look so cute with pink quills.
Oh, come on, Ames. We already know you would look adorable in blue.
Oh yeah, I do know that. Funny enough, I got a question, which we'll get into later, about the color blue. So don't worry, I'll answer that. But thank you, Sonic. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, Amy. I only say it because it's true.
Okay. Alright, and so he has a question for me as well. To Amy, since your last name is Rose, do you actually like roses or do you like other type of flowers? Well, rose is my favorite type of flower. I'm very much associated with them when it comes to the main Sonic the Hedgehog canon. If y'all recall the scene from Sonic X, Sonic hands me a purple rose.
Yep, I remember. That was a great moment for both of us, wasn't it?
It was. I love looking back at that moment.
Yeah, good times.
Yeah, but to answer your question, I love all sorts of flowers. Sometimes Cream will come over and we'll go to our garden, we'll go to my garden and we'll pick out flowers together, and we have like a wide array of flowers. We have sunflowers, we have tulips, we have all sorts of colorful flowers. So yeah, I like many type of flowers, but my all-time favorite has to be a rose. And roses are red, and red is one of my favorite colors. It's also one of my primary colors that I wear, so yeah. Thank you for giving us your question, Vincent.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Amy's garden. It's beautiful. I'd love to see it again sometime.
Oh, you can totally come visit my garden anytime you want.
No problem, Ames.
If you want, we could probably do that after this.
Oh, I'd love to.
Sweet. Okay, so this next question is from Galaxy Studios, and it's for me. So they say, Amy, where would you want to go for a date? Honestly, to me, it doesn't really matter where I'm at. I mean, I just want to be with Sonic, so I don't care if we're at our garden or we're just getting coffee or pastries. I really don't care where we're at. Just what matters to me the most is, if I'm spending time with him.
Yep, that's true. No matter where we go, what matters the most is that we're together.
Yeah. Okay, so these next sets of questions are from the same user, so we're just gonna try to speed through them so we can get to some other questions. So, Neil the Hedgehog asked, "Hey Amy, when did you get into tarot card reading?" That's a really good question. Well, ever since I was a very small hedgehog, I have been doing tarot card reading ever since then. So actually, my tarot cards told me that Sonic was going to be in Little Planet. So I decided to meet up with him there, and the rest is history.
Yeah. Man, I still remember the moment I first met you. You were being captured by that, robot clone of me that Eggman made, and man, that was a pain. But
Yeah.
so glad I took care of that.
I'm really sorry about that. I feel really bad.
Oh, don't worry about it, Amy. I mean, saving people is what I do. And to be fair, saving you is one of the best things I've ever done.
Sonic, you're so sweet.
Well, I only say it because it's true.
He's so sweet, everyone. But it's Sonic the Hedgehog, so it's kind of obvious.
Yeah. Yep, it's just in my nature.
Yeah. Yeah, Sonic doesn't mind saving people. I mean, he doesn't do it for any sort of compensation. He just does it because it's the right thing to do.
You know it.
I mean, actually, I saved Sonic that one time. So technically, we saved each other. Because in Adventure 2, I helped you escape from prison.
Oh, yeah. I still owe you for that.
Yeah. Remember when I jokingly asked you to marry me?
Wait, jokingly?
At the time.
Yeah, our relationship was a lot more up in the air at that time, but not so much anymore.
To be fair, we were really young when that happened.
Yeah, that is true.
That happened, gosh, 20 years ago? 21 years ago?
Man, it still feels like yesterday.
I know. Okay, getting into our next question by Neil. Hey Amy, do you and Shadow get along? Actually, we do. So I found out recently that Shadow is a Swiftie. Is awesome. He was the last person that I expected to be a Swiftie, but that's something that we bond over. But yeah, Shadow and I, we get along great actually. It's not often that I hang out with him, but you know, I mean, if we see each other, we'll say hi, we'll be friendly to each other. I think I'm really one of the only people that Shadow tolerates, so you know.
I'm sorry, just the image of Shadow singing, just jamming to Taylor Swift is an image that'll never get out of my head. It's so funny to me.
I was so surprised because when we did that Twitter takeover and somebody asked that question, he was singing along to that Taylor Swift song, and I'm like, oh, you're a Swiftie too? That was the biggest shocker this year. Shadow the Hedgehog is a Swiftie. There's a ton of things that you guys don't know about Shadow, because it's surprising. Honestly, the dude is secretly a softie.
Yeah, he definitely has his moments, but that might be the biggest one in recent history.
Yeah, that's true. Hey Sonic, how do you feel about Shadow?
Well, I've definitely warmed up to him since I first met him. I mean, at first he was just a much more bitter and edgy clone of me, but as time went on, I've, really learned to cooperate with him and just tolerate him a bit more, I guess.
You think he tolerates you?
Probably not.
Maybe I could arrange something between you two.
Yeah.
I would totally do that. Like,
Oh,
honestly,
wow. You would.
honestly, I wouldn't mind locking you two in a room so you two could just like get along and like bond over something.
Okay, I don't know about that.
Oh, come on. Okay,
Well-
I'll make sure to check up on you too, so I can make sure you won't kill each other. There's gonna be no killing, especially if it's in my house. That's like the first rule: no fighting or killing in my house.
Yeah, that's fair. I can do that. Besides, thinking about it now, he probably does tolerate me. He just isn't exactly too fond of me. At least, not right now, but I'm sure we'll learn to cooperate a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, you've been knowing him for like 21 years, so it's about time you two get along.
Yeah, you're right. I'll have to hit him up at some point.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for that question. Okay, so our next one. Hey Amy, what kind of wedding would you like to have with Sonic? Okay, this is a question that I have thought about for a long time. Okay, how do I imagine my wedding with Sonic? Well, you remember that like beach house in the Boom universe that like you were staying at? Like, it's a really pretty beach.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So, I don't know, maybe we could have our wedding there?
Actually, yeah. I can't really think of another place I'd want to go, so that would be a perfect, really romantic place for a wedding.
It really would. So, I would have Cream as the flower girl and Styx as my maid of honor. And I imagine for Sonic, Tails would be his best man, and maybe Knuckles and Silver could be groomsmen?
You know, that would be perfect.
It would! I think we would have a wonderful wedding. Yeah, I think we would pretty much invite everybody. Would you want to invite Eggman though?
He's kind of a mixed bag. You never really know what you're gonna get with him.
You think he would ruin our wedding?
Well, you know, it's just kind of in his nature to be a bit of a jerk, but at the same time, I think he'd be really happy for us in kind of an odd way.
That's true. Eggman has said before that he totally ships us, so maybe not.
Yeah. You know, I guess I wouldn't mind, just as long as he swears not to do anything.
Well, if he tried anything, I would make sure to have security on us. And I wouldn't hesitate to break out my hammer. I don't want to have to do that, but if anything happens...
Yeah, I'd really have to hate to crack an egg on our wedding, you know what I mean?
Oh, I know exactly what you mean. If anybody tries to ruin my day, I'd feel really sorry for them.
Yep. Nothing's getting in between us, Ames.
No, sir. And after our wedding, I imagine we'd go to Apatos or Spagonia for a honeymoon.
Oh, yeah. It's been a while since I've gone to either one of those places. Maybe if we go to Spagonia, I can check on Professor Pickle again. I haven't really seen him in a while.
That's right! I haven't spoken to Professor Pickle since, well, when you were saving the world from Dark Gaia.
Yeah, that was one crazy adventure. I'd love to see him again someday.
We should totally visit him!
Sounds like a plan.
Yay! So yeah, there you have it. That's what our wedding would be like. Of course, we're not gonna worry about that till like a few more years, just really depends. I mean, we kind of want to wait until like maybe Egghead settles it down on like the evil plots and traps.
Yeah, that might take a while though. He's always cooking up something.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna wait a bit. There's no rush.
Yeah, exactly. We got plenty of time to think things through.
Yep. Thank you for the question. So, our next question says, Amy, what was it like in cyberspace? Let me see. Honestly, it wasn't too long ago since I was in cyberspace, but I'm trying to remember what it felt like. It felt like I was in the middle of nowhere, just floating around. It felt like I didn't even have a body. It was just my soul in there. So I partially felt lifeless, but, you know, I still had myself and my soul. So I was literally talking to Sonic through another dimension, which was so weird.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of difficult knowing that I couldn't touch you, but it's a good thing I got you out of there.
It's a good thing. But remember, you absorbed some of that cyberspace energy and it left you weak. I couldn't bear to see you like that.
I know, but it's okay. I'm fine.
Yeah, you turned out fine. Everything was okay though. But it honestly felt really lonely. But it was nice that I could talk to Sonic and keep him company, because I'm sure he felt really lonely as well, being alone on that island.
Yeah, exactly. And then I ran into Knuckles and Tails too, so the same thing happened with them, but luckily I got them out too.
Yeah, everything turned out okay in the end. Like it always does.
Yeah, as long as I'm on the case, everything's gonna be okay.
He's right. Okay, our last question from Neil. Hey Amy, have you ever taught Sonic how to swim? You know what? I've tried. But
Oh man.
he still can't swim. I've tried. I feel like I've done everything I can. You know, I put him in like a life vest and he still doesn't like it. Sonic is just a stubborn swimmer.
Yeah, unless I'm drinking it, I don't want anything to do with water.
Oh, come on. You've been through so many stages where there's water in it, like Hydro City Zone, Labyrinth Zone. You survived.
I know, but I have to really psych myself up every time.
Well, at least you have the air bubbles.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It's so funny, because whenever we go to the Olympics, he's always wearing a safety vest whenever we have the swimming events, and he's the only one doing it.
Well, I feel like I kind of have to because, well, if I don't, I just sink to the bottom.
That's why you gotta learn how to swim, Sonic.
Oh, I've tried, Ames. I've tried multiple times. Well, I guess there was that one time in Aquarium Park where I just kind of bounced through it, but I don't know if that counts.
Did you enjoy Aquarium Park at least?
I mean, I guess you could say I did because just the atmosphere is really nice. If there's one thing I gotta hand to Eggman is he definitely knows how to put together an amusement park.
You know, I actually got to visit the same amusement park and it was really fun. I actually ran into Big. And
Wait, really?
yeah, he was fishing at the aquarium park, but it was only like robotic fish because there's nothing of life in aquarium park.
That is true, but still, gotta hand it to Egghead. He really knows how to put together a place.
Yeah, even though he was building it for like extremely evil purposes, I hate to admit that I had fun because he was enslaving those poor little wisps.
Yeah, it's really a shame. But it's a good thing I saved him.
Yeah, it's okay because they're on our side now.
Exactly.
Yeah, sometimes they're a really great help to us, especially in combat. So we love the little guys.
Yeah.
It's a good thing Sonic saved them.
Yeah, and we still have Yacker with us. I still see him with Tails a lot.
Oh yeah. Hey Sonic, what's your favorite whist?
Oh, man, that's a really tough one. I gotta say, I really like the spike one, just because, I'm no stranger to being in the shape of a ball.
Oh yeah, that one's pink.
Yeah, maybe that's another reason.
That's so cute.
You're so cute.
Sonic, not now. But thank you. You're gonna make me blush.
Alright, fine. I guess we can save this for later.
Yeah. So anyways, I was gonna say that my favorite is the Jade Ghost Swiss. Cause she's so cute.
Oh yeah, that's another really good one.
I've hung out with her a few times. She's really fun. Sometimes honestly, sometimes Sonic, Tails, and I will just visit Sweet Mountain and we'll interact with the Wisps, and it's really fun.
Yeah, Sweet Mountain. That was another place I really enjoyed.
Oh my gosh, didn't you meet Silver and Blaze there?
Huh. Thinking about it now? Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. I wonder what they were doing there. But that must have been interesting.
Yeah, that was probably the last place I expected to see them.
Right? Maybe they just wanted a break from the future, alternate dimension, wherever they are.
Yeah, can't say I blame them.
Yeah. Anyways, we're kind of getting off track. Sorry, folks. Okay. This next question comes from Silver Coolbro. So, they ask, Hey, Sonic and Amy, do you like fridges? I guess they keep things cool, so yeah, I like fridges.
I gotta say, fridges are a very, very useful invention. Whoever invented fridges, I still have to thank you. They just have so many good uses, like keeping things cold, especially food, when you don't finish them in one sitting. I mean, I've never really had to use fridges that much because I always finish my chili dogs in one sitting. However, I totally understand the appeal of them, and yeah, I totally understand if you use them a lot. They're a very handy invention.
Yeah, Sonic also likes to drink Chaos Cola, so we keep them refrigerated.
Yeah, those two.
I also like to keep my baked goods refrigerated as well, so they don't go bad.
Yeah, and you know that Amy makes some really good baked goods.
Oh, you know it.
Yep, those might be tied with chili dogs for my favorite food. Doesn't matter what you make, it just always turns out fantastic.
Even my strawberry shortcake?
Yes, even that.
Yay! Okay, thank you for the question. This next one comes from Sonic the Hedgehog himself. Ooh.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we got a question from Sonic the Hedgehog. Must be from a different universe.
Huh, okay. We got interdimensional travel now.
Yep. So this next question is for Sonic. To Sonic. Us Sonics run a lot, so how do your shoes stay intact?
Well, that's the thing, other me. They don't. In fact, I actually have a closet full of several pairs of the same shoes because every adventure I go on, you'd imagine with all the running, they don't exactly last very long. So I've just been stocking up on a ton of pairs and I just replace them every time I gotta go out and do another adventure.
You must have hundreds of pairs of shoes, Sonic.
Oh yeah, and trust me, they're not cheap either.
How many rings are your shoes?
Shoot, it's been a while since I've had to buy one, so if I remember correctly, the last time I bought one, it was about 150 rings?
Oh my gosh, that's a lot of rings.
Yeah. Maybe at some point I could go to Tails and he could maybe, I don't know, synthesize a pair of shoes that never fall apart?
That would be a really good idea. You should totally go to Tails' workshop and ask him about that.
Oh, totally. He's never let me down.
Nope. Never have and never will.
Absolutely not. I love that little guy.
Yeah, he's like a little brother to me. Oh yeah, actually, his birthday was a couple days ago, so happy late birthday, Tails.
Yeah, made sure to wish him a happy birthday and everything.
Yeah, I was playing Sonic 2 in celebration of that.
Yeah, those were the days, back when I first met him.
Yeah.
I had no idea he would be a lifelong friend.
Oh yeah. Now that I think about it, I can't remember when I met Tails. Oh, maybe I met him, like, in the drift days? When we were, like, all racing in cars?
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Man.
What was I doing in a car?
You have so many games where you're driving a car and it just doesn't make sense.
Well, I guess they gotta make it fair for everyone else racing.
Yeah, and then there's that one game when you were on hoverboards.
Oh, yeah. That was when I met the Babylon Rogues. Haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah, I don't really like them.
Yeah, they are a little annoying. They're kind of irritating, but you know, I guess there's nothing I can do about that.
And they're bad sports.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't really have good interactions with them. I believe I hit Storm with my hammer in zero gravity. I can't remember the reason though.
Well, whatever it was, he probably had it coming.
Oh, he for sure had it coming. Anyways,
I wouldn't put it past him.
Thank you for the question, Other Sonic. Okay, so this next one is from Midnight Fire 1222. To Sonic, did it hurt to lose your Werehog form because you had grown to accept it as a part of you? Did it feel like you lost part of yourself after Dark Gaia took the power away? If you had to take on that form again when it exchanges your unparalleled speed for unbridled strength, would you?
You know, it's been quite a while since I've undergone that transformation, but I guess as time went on, I did kind of start to accept it as a part of myself. But at the same time, I still didn't feel like myself. It definitely hurt when Dark Gaia took that away from me, but at the same time, I guess I was kind of relieved that I wouldn't have to do that transformation ever again. I mean, I wouldn't give up my speed for anything. If I didn't have my speed, my name wouldn't even make sense.
Did it hurt to transform into the Werehog?
Yeah, it was mainly just a really bad headache, but other than that, it wasn't too bad.
Did you like it when you were a Werehog?
Yeah, it was kind of hard to get used to, like the big, fluffy body, the stretchy arms, the deep, growly voice. It just didn't feel like me, but I guess as time went on, I started to get used to it. And I guess it was kind of fun having a lot of physical strength to back me up.
Oh yeah. Not to mention you were really fluffy.
Yeah, that is true. I was really worried what you were gonna think when you saw me like that, but I'm really glad you realized it was me and didn't really react negatively.
And why would I do that?
I don't know. I guess I was just a little embarrassed.
Sonic, you had nothing to be embarrassed about. Besides, it wasn't your fault. It was Eggman's.
Yeah, you're right. What do I have to be embarrassed about?
Honestly, I'm more mad at him for doing this to you. Because clearly you went through so much pain in that game. And I had to see it. But
Yeah.
you took it like a champ. Like you always do.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what I have to go through, I'm always gonna get the job done.
Yep. That's my Sonic.
Yep. That's me.
Okay, so this user had a question for me. You say, to Amy, how accurate are your predictions when you read your tarot cards for people? I don't think I've ever been wrong on a tarot card. Like I said, I've been playing with them ever since I was a little hedgehog, so they never fail me. I'm pretty accurate when it comes to them. Right, Sonic?
Yeah, that is true. I mean, I'm pretty sure one of your card readings predicted we would end up together, and well, look at where we are now.
I mean, it did take a while for that to happen, but what matters is that we're together.
Yep. Doesn't matter how long I gotta wait. It's always worth it.
That's true. Okay, this next question is from Sechu Plays with a Z. Hey Amy, I had 2 questions. When did you first ship Son Amy, and what is your favorite Son Amy clips? Oh, when did I first ship the relationship I'm in now? That is an interesting question. I guess ever since I first laid my eyes on Sonic. I think when I first saw him for the first time, I just fell in love because I just knew that we would be great together, and I always enjoy his company.
Yeah, not gonna lie, I feel like it was kind of the opposite for me. When I first met Amy, well, I saved her life because that's what I do. And I guess it took me a while to get around with the whole falling in love thing, just because, you know, it's not really something I really do, but the more I started to look inward and the more I started to look at her and the more time I spent with her, I began to realize I'm really lucky to have Amy in my life. And I just decided to stop taking it for granted, and that's how we got to where we are today.
Exactly. I'm so glad you realized that.
Yeah. I'm really glad I met you, Amy.
I'm really glad I met you, Sonic. Okay, so the second part of the question, what is your favorite Son Amy clips? My all-time favorite has to be the one in X, where I'm pretty sure he comes home and he's in his super form. Then he meets me at my house and he hands me a rose.
Yep. Gotta say, I'm really happy I did that.
I just remember being so happy because I was waiting for him to come home for so long. Felt like I had to wait forever, so the moment I saw him, I just started crying because I got to finally be with him after so long.
Yeah, I gotta say, it really broke my heart to see you so upset. But it really just, it was worth it when I picked up that rose and handed it to you. Think of that as a sign that I'm never gonna leave you. And no matter what, I'm always gonna be here.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite Son Amy moment, Sonic?
Well, I guess there is that. But at the same time, there are so many great moments as well.
Yeah, we had...
It's really hard.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. It's really hard to think about, but I guess the moment I saved you from that metal clone of me, the first time I saved you, obviously at the time I didn't realize what I was getting myself into, but looking back at that now, it's it was the start of something amazing.
You got that right. And honestly, we proved to each other that we would do anything for each other.
That's true. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you, Ames.
And there's nothing I want to do for you, Sonic. Okay, moving on. This next question is from Goofball, and she asks, to Sonic, where do these rings go, and what do you use them for? Oh, that's interesting. Where do they go, Sonic?
Well, that is a very interesting question. The funny thing about those rings is, every time I touch them, they just kind of vanish out of thin air. So, it's kind of a mystery to me, too. And, thinking about that, it does bring up one major concern, which is, if I was to propose to Amy, and I take out the ring, what's gonna happen to it?
Oh my gosh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, gonna have to find a way around that.
Don't worry, I'll be sure to snatch it up. But I think I may have that same problem too.
Yeah, well, whatever it is, maybe if I get my hands on a pair of tongs, I can hand it to you with those.
That's true. Yeah, that's a very interesting question.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little awkward to hand the ring to Amy like that, but whatever works.
Whatever works. Okay, so her question to me, to Amy, where the heck do you keep that giant hammer of yours? Okay, so the hammer comes out when I get really enraged. Like one moment in Sonic X, when Eggman is teasing me about, Sonic being gone, I just got enraged and like my hammer just appeared in my hand and I just threw it at his plane or like spaceship or whatever. So it literally just appears when I'm enraged. So that's how that happens.
Yeah, so don't mess with Amy because she will do things to you.
I think he knows. He knows firsthand.
Yep, I've seen it.
Uh-huh. Yup. I'm really sweet and cute on the outside, but if you get me going, I will not hesitate with my hammer.
Yeah, trust me. I found that out the hard way, and so did a lot of people.
Yeah. But thank you for the question. We had a lot of fun answering it. Okay, next. I'm so sorry if I mispronounce your name. I think it's Naito Burritos Gmod Studios asks, Sonic and Amy, what do you know about the islands? And I'm assuming they're talking about the Starfall Islands?
Yeah, they gotta be.
Well, in my time being in cyberspace, I got to learn a lot about the islands, kind of the history. The Cocos. So the Cocos have been there for a really long time, and the Cocos, I believe, are linked to the Titans, I believe. Honestly, I'm still kind of learning about the islands myself, but talking to the Cocos, I did learn a lot about the island itself and them and the way that they communicate, and I really enjoyed that because I'm such a knack for ancient stuff, like my Boom counterpart, I was like really into that stuff, so it was really fun learning about the Cocos and learning about the islands. What about you, Sonic? What do you think?
Well, they were interesting, that's for sure. Like, all those robot things that were just attacking me out of the blue. Like, I was just trying to find my friends. Like, leave me alone. But,
Yeah.
and yeah, the Cocos were definitely adorable, I gotta say. And, well, what really interested me the most was, why were the Chaos Emeralds there?
Yeah.
But, yeah, all I knew is that I needed them in order to save my friends, so I just kept collecting them.
Honestly, I think the Chaos Emeralds were there because Knuckles was there. And Knuckles is linked to the Master Emerald. And the Master Emerald is linked to the Chaos Emerald, so perhaps that's why they were there?
You do have a point, Amy.
Mm-hmm. Because Knuckles got trapped too.
Yeah, not sure how he got there, but, well, I'm just glad I saved him.
Me too. I mean, I wonder who is guarding the Master Emerald. I bet Rouge stole it.
Yeah, he's in for a big surprise.
She totally did. Aw, poor Knuckles, man.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun conversation.
Yeah. I wonder what he's gonna do to her when he finds out.
He's probably gonna be upset, and she's just gonna find it adorable.
That's true. Rouge likes to flirt with Knuckles a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
You know what's funny?
What?
Sometimes I find you flirting with Knuckles.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if I'd call that flirting, but, you know, it's just kind of the relationship we have.
Don't worry, I find it cute.
Oh, of course you do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like how would I describe your relationship? I don't know. You want to elaborate?
Well, I think I know what you're thinking, and, honestly, still gotta think about that a bit.
I mean, y'all were once rivals, but y'all are allies now, right?
Yeah, we're a lot more friendly with each other now.
He's helped you save the world. Gosh, so many times?
Yeah, at this point, it wouldn't really make sense for us to hate each other anymore.
Nah. Do y'all have sleepovers?
Okay, you know...
Is that enough?
You know, I've never really thought of that, but, you know, I could totally see that being a really fun time.
Maybe I could host it.
Actually, that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Yeah, I'll invite you, Tails, and Knuckles. We just have a sleepover. We like watch movies. I could cook. It'd be really fun.
Yeah, you can make some of those baked goods.
Oh yeah, definitely. We should totally do that. Just call Tails and Knuckles up.
Yeah, it's been a while since all the four of us have gotten together and hung out like that. We should totally do that.
Oh yeah, definitely. I have been hanging out with Cream and Marine. Marine? Why did I say Marine? I meant Styx. I haven't seen Marine in a hot minute. Actually, have I met Marine? Yeah, I haven't seen her in a hot minute, but I've hung out with Cream and Styx, but I wouldn't mind hanging out with the bros again.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've all hung out together, so I think it could be a really good time.
Definitely. Okay, thank you for your question. We got a few more. So, Sean the Blue Fox asked, interesting name. To Sonic, what are your thoughts on the Babylon Rogues? Would you still want to race Jet?
Well, first of all, I love the name. Second of all, Babylon Rogues. I haven't seen them since the last time I touched a hoverboard. But, yeah. they were kind of a nasty bunch, especially Jet. That guy was a jerk.
Jet's so
But-
annoying.
I know. But regardless, I wouldn't mind racing him again. As much of a jerkwad as he was definitely fun to race.
Yeah. Honestly, it was. I have to admit, it was kind of fun racing against them. I really enjoyed racing in Sonic Freeriders. As terrible as that game was, it was fun though.
Yeah, it was a really great time.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't think we would mind racing the Baboon Rogues again.
Yeah, not at all. Especially if the game doesn't suck if we get a fourth one.
I wish we would get our Riders 4.
Yeah, after the third one, I don't see that happening.
Yeah. Honestly, I was surprised they weren't in TSR. They would have been the perfect team.
Oh yeah, that would have been a perfect opportunity.
Yeah. I guess they only race on hoverboards.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so his second part of the question to Amy. In Sonic X, you seem to be able to summon your hammer out of nowhere. How is that even possible? Well, I kind of explained this earlier. Whenever I get, like, really enraged, it just appears in my hand. You know, I always keep it with me, just in case I need it. It always comes at the right times. I love my hammer because it's always there for me.
Yeah, trust me, you don't want to make her whip that thing out, because if you do, it's gonna be the last thing you ever see.
Okay. I don't think I've ever killed anybody with my hammer, but I could give somebody a concussion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see you killing anyone, that's just not who you are.
No, I wouldn't do
yeah.
that. I don't think Sonic
Definitely
would
do
either.
a lot of damage though.
Like, I think when we're at our most powerful, yeah, we could do like a lot of damage to our enemies, but we have no intention of killing them.
I think we could if we would, but
That's just not who we are.
yeah, exactly.
Nope. That's just not how we do things here. Okay, thank you for the questions, John. This next one is from ya boy Evan Lucian. This is for Amy. Dear Amy, if there was any other color in the world that you would want to be besides pink, what would it be and why? So I think this is obvious, but I'm gonna go with blue. Because Sonic is blue.
Aw, Amy, that's so sweet.
Yeah, I mean, it did say in my theme song that I would paint myself blue for you. Although now that I think about it, sounds kind of creepy.
Eh, maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit. I mean, that phase in my life, I have to admit, I was a bit obsessed with you. But I think I've toned that down a lot.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you toned it down because, well, maybe that was the reason why it took me so long to get around to you, because you were maybe just a little too crazy at the time. No offense, but
Oh, none taken.
it just,
None taken.
okay. But, yeah, I'm glad you toned it down because now that I see you for who you are, it makes it a lot easier to love you.
That's true. Yeah, I think I'm to the point where I grew up, and I kind of got out of that phase because, you know, I was really little when that happened, so I've learned to tone it down, and I think it worked out.
Yep, it sure did.
Thank you for the question. So this next one is from Sweet Bolts, and it's for you. Sonic, what made you decide to fall for Amy? I'd love to know this one.
Oh boy. Well, I think I may have answered this already to a degree, but yeah, I guess when I first met her, it did take me a while to get around with the whole obsession thing. And, well, I guess over the years, Amy really matured out of that. And just seeing her grow up like that really made me admire her.
Aww.
And, it's a very big part of the reason why I fell for her in the first place. I mean, just seeing her grow up, seeing her mature, seeing her learn how to take control of a situation, that's just a bunch of very attractive qualities. Because, I've always heard that being weak and being flawed is nothing to be ashamed of. But what is something to be ashamed of is staying weak and staying flawed. But that's not what Amy did. She learned to grow from her mistakes, and she learned to overcome her flaws, and now she's just this amazing hedgehog. And I'm just so lucky that I got to witness all of it.
He's so sweet. Oh my gosh. Sonic, you're making me blush.
Oh man, I find it adorable when you blush.
Thank you. I find it adorable when you blush. It's rare, but you have your moments.
Yeah, I do. Especially because of you.
Yeah, especially because of me. If I know how to make a hedgehog blush, it's this one.
Yep, it's especially me.
Yep. Thank you for the question, Speedbolts. Our last one comes from Waku Ghosty. They say, such a fun idea. Oh, I got a question for both. What do you like to do together in your free time? Interesting question.
Well, there's a lot of things. We'll tend to go for dates. We'll go to Twinkle Park. That's always a fun time.
I love Twinkle Park.
Yeah. You can imagine me getting for free all the time.
Oh, literally. I love the cotton candy there.
Oh, yeah. Can't go wrong with the cotton candy.
No.
Or, sometimes I'll just go to her house. We'll just hang out there and maybe cuddle up a bit. It's always a great time.
Watch movies. Sometimes I'll get him to bake with me.
Yeah, I've learned a lot from her when it comes to baking.
Yeah. Kinda took him a while to get used to it, though. He almost burned the house the first time we did it.
Yeah, I'd really like to forget that.
Sorry.
Oh, you're okay, Amy. It's more dumb fun thinking back at it now.
Yeah. Yeah, we like to take walks on the beach or just go see the sunset. That's my favorite kind of time. And we watch the sunset together.
Yeah, that's true. Just being able to watch the sunset with Amy, sometimes she'll lean her head on my shoulder and I'll just put my arm around her waist and then we'll just look at the sunset together. And honestly, I can't imagine anything more romantic. She's really taught me how to appreciate the smaller and the finer things in life. And
I have.
I really admire that about her. She's taught me how to appreciate the finer things in life and just learn to appreciate the romantic side.
I feel like Sonic runs a little too much, so sometimes I'll have to bring him down to speed that he should really just take a moment and appreciate the beautiful things in life.
Yeah, especially the roses.
Yeah. I mean, I'm never gonna stop him from running because I know that's what he loves, and sometimes I like to run too. I mean, I've been chasing him for the better part of 30 years. So,
yeah, it's true.
I've had a lot of practice.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, you're not a bad runner yourself, Ames.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for your question. I think that's all the questions that we got. I gotta thank all of you for submitting these. These were really fun to answer.
Yeah, it was really great. Thanks for your questions, everyone.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun answering them, and I think we learned a lot about each other today.
Yeah, that's true. Just when I think I know everything, you always have something new for me.
That's right. Is there anything you want to say before we sign off?
Well, I just want to say, again, thank you everyone for your questions. It was really fun answering them. And, of course, I'm just lucky to have Amy with me.
And I'm lucky to have Sonic with me. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, no problem. I'm always happy to do things with you.
Aw. Well, it's been really fun, guys. And, who knows, maybe we'll do something like this again. I'd love to do more interactive things with Sonic on the channel.
Yeah, I'd love to come back.
Yeah, but, thanks for watching. Happy holidays, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, take care, everyone.
Bye!
Bye!